Welcome back. Last March, South Korea chose Lockheed's F-35 Lightning II aircraft for its FX fighter acquisition program. Many of the F-35's core components are assembled at Lockheed Martin's Marietta plant located in Cobb County. Overseeing this complex operation is a woman who came from humble beginnings in a small Alabama town. She didn't plan on pursuing a career in the aerospace industry, yet she manages thousands of employees who design and produce some of the country's most advanced aircraft. Ed Baker talks with this high-flying professional about the importance of preparation in today's Executive Profiles.
So Shan, let's open up the cargo door to your life and career because it's an amazing story. Let's begin in Anniston, Alabama with your preacher father, please.
Yes, born and raised in Anniston, Alabama. My dad is a pastor, has been a pastor my entire life. He's still ministering today.
That's great.
And just a wonderful family, my brother and I and my mom.
And so you graduate from high school and sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit, that's what my parents always told me. So off to Emory University.
How'd you
Here
pick
I came.
Emory?
Believe it or not, one of my dad's friends, who was a bishop, talked about the theology school. Now, I never had any interest in being in ministry, but he talked about Emory and what a great school it was, and so I decided I would apply. Of course, after applying, my guidance counselor told me I'd never be accepted. And so it was the only school I applied to as a result of that.
Got accepted, had a great experience at Emory.
Wonderful, wonderful experience, wonderful school.
And off to start your career where?
Off to start my career, my first job was actually in banking as a teller, believe it or not.
You get a degree from Emory and you become a bank teller, with all due respect.
Yes, well, they thought, the interesting part was they thought I could be the manager of the teller. So my first job out of college, I went right into management with no skills and no experience.
Wasn't really made for your career.
Wasn't made for me. I decided I'd go back and get my MBA. Once again, went right back to Emory. And while there, I met the executives that ran the Lockheed business. It was Lockheed at that time. Fell in love with the work that they were doing. Loved the leaders there. Loved their focus on ethics and integrity in the business and their value system. Fit with me, with my upbringing. And so I went to work for Lockheed once I finished my MBA.
Where did you start with Lockheed?
I actually started right here in Atlanta. I was here working actually in the talent management side of HR and did that role for about 2 years and then transitioned to do something else. Actually went to work for Lucent Technologies, did some consulting, actually started my own business with some of my friends from the Wharton School and did some consulting there and then came back to Lockheed Martin.
So you started at Lockheed doing what in HR?
I was originally, when I came back 12 years ago, I was actually in diversity and inclusion and equal opportunity. Then transitioned to a human resources role where I had all aspects of HR. Did that job, got a bigger HR job where I had my own division, our information solutions and global solutions business, and was at that time was about 36,000 employees. Got the opportunity to come back to the operations side of the business, and here I am today.
So you come back 3 years ago as the general manager of the operation. You've got some 8,000 total employees you're responsible for. What's that all about? It
really is about having a good team, and I have a wonderful team. And so if you can imagine having wonderful workers here, a team here in Marietta, Meridian, Mississippi, Clarksburg, West Virginia, but my team makes it all happen.
Let's dig a little bit deeper into it. Let's deal in the sensitivity and the reality. An African-American woman running an operation that's dominated by men with muscles and physical ability. What's that all about?
I think the key is being prepared. I knew when I came into this role, I had never built an airplane. And so, like I do and often in going to many of my roles, I found that trusted advisor. And I said to him, you've got to teach me how we build airplanes. And so that first year, I'll tell you, I felt like I was back in college again. I spent my weekends at the plant crawling through airplanes, understanding how we build them, how they work, and what's important to our customers.
Did you ever in a million years think that you'd be running an operation like a Lockheed?
Never, never. You could never have convinced me I'd be doing this today, and it's wonderful. I actually thought I'd be a doctor. Actually a surgeon, believe it or not.
Sure.
Me as a surgeon.
Well, Emory makes sense.
It made sense, right? And so I just tell people that I'm saving lives in a different way today. Still saving lives though, just different.
So let's fast forward to today's reality. You know, some of the discussion is if Dobbins shuts down its operation, the impact on Lockheed. What's the point of view today from a Lockheed perspective?
Most people don't know, but actually Dobbins is my landlord. and we share facilities, we share services, the runway where we are able to test our aircraft and fly our aircraft. Dobbins owns all of that. And so it's important to us that Dobbins has a future. And so we are going to support their efforts to continue to be a part of this great community.
So let's dig into the other side of Shan, the personal side, the mentor side, the inspirational side. I know you're involved with a lot of activities around town. Please speak to that.
One of my primary passions, Ed, is actually education. I love it, one, because it aligns with what's important to Lockheed Martin. We focus a lot on STEM education, getting kids to focus on science, technology, engineering, mathematics. The other thing I like to do, I really like to get girls excited about that. I want them to know that this work, first, they can do it, and secondly, that it really is cool.
So when you're not working and you're not involved in the community,
yes,
what do you do for fun?
I just want to be with my family. I have a beautiful daughter, she's 27. My husband is just the best husband in the whole wide world. We enjoy movies, believe it or not, I love movies. I used to spend a lot of my time singing. I don't get to do that as much anymore.
You sing, you have voice talent. From the church experience.
Yes, yes. And I enjoy that. I don't get to do it as much as I used to though, but I absolutely love it. But it's really about family time when I'm not working and giving back to the community. It's about my family.
Can you close us out with a tune?
Are you serious?
Absolutely serious.
What would you like to hear? No, don't even answer that.
You pick it. This is not The Voice. I am not Usher. Give it a go.
Let's see. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
That's awesome. Thank you so much. This is the way to close the segment. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you too much. Thank you so much.
Lockheed Martin is dedicated to inspiring youth to become scientists and engineers, not only as a way to bolster its own workforce pipeline, but also to keep America competitive. Recent studies show STEM-related degrees make up about a third of all bachelor degrees awarded in the U.S., whereas in China and Japan, 1 out of every 2 students graduates in a STEM-related discipline.